Rico. Rico. How we feeling? How we feeling, man? I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. I don't know if you can hear it, but I am sick right now. I don't know if you can hear it, but Panthers just dominated, man. Rico Dowdle just dominated the Dallas Cowboys at home. 3-0 at home at the moment. Um, Protect the bank. That's what we've been preaching for a while, man. Protect the bank. We did that today. We're 3-0 against the not against Cowboys. We're 3-0 on the season now. At home. How we feeling? How we feeling? See the chat going. Big game. Big game from everyone. Rico Dowdle, man. Like, it's gonna be some conversations on this stream if you guys want to have them. Obviously, about Rico, the Chuba situation, Mike Jackson, god awful today. um, for whatever reason, Mike Jackson was terrible today. But nonetheless, we won the game. We're 3-3. We're back to 500 for the first time since the Matt Rule era, when we obviously started 3-0, got down obviously back to 500 at the moment. So how we feeling? How we feeling? Feels good. Actually live in Dallas, so I got to go watch the game somewhere where a bunch of Cowboys fans were. So I got to, experience that kinda. Obviously, they're actually kind of nice. Most of them, they were actually kind of nice. So I enjoyed the atmosphere there. It felt good. Feels good. 3-3. It's time to move forward at the Jets next week. If we lose to the Jets after these last 2 weeks, man, I'm gonna be upset. Justin in the chat said, "This is what I've been waiting on." We talked about getting T-Mac in the end zone. We did on our stream on Friday night. We talked about T-Mac in the end zone. I didn't know if he was going to do it because of the fact that it was supposed to be raining all game long. I don't think it rained at all throughout the entire game. I might be tripping on that, but I don't think it rained the entire game today. I don't know, but T-Mac got 2 touchdowns. Only had what? Let me see. How many yards do you have? Man, Rico, by the way, Rico led, obviously rushing. We know that, but Rico led in receiving as well with 56 yards in the air. So that means I think T-Mac had probably north of 40 yards today with the 2 touchdowns, obviously with the biggest plays from T-Mac today. But yeah, man, it was a good game all around. I mean, if the biggest thing I do want to talk about is Mike Jackson, because if Mike Jackson is not on George Pickens and doesn't give up all those yards, we win this game by 10 plus. I mean, we dominated every phase of the game today, in my opinion. So Caleb said, yeah, F them Cowboys. It feels good, man. It feels good that this win came against the Cowboys. But not only that, it just feels good because we're back to 500. Back to 500. I mean, our schedule is actually not as easy as a lot of people think. We have the Rams. I see that Bills coming up, the Packers coming up. We got the Bucks twice. We got the Rams. We got the 49ers. We actually have a pretty tough schedule for the rest of the season. It's not that easy. It's really not. But honestly, hopefully we get Coker back this week, and Chuba back as well, which we can discuss them if you guys want to discuss the Chuba and Rico kind of situation, kind of where we go from here with those two. Because I mean, it is a valid question. I mean, Rico's had 500 yards almost last 2 weeks scrimmage, dominated last week, obviously dominated this week, was more involved in the pass game. So it was a good game. I mean, obviously, it feels good, man. Obviously, doesn't matter who we got the win on. We got the win. We're back to 3-3. I remember last year they was clowning me because they whooped us. What about now? Facts. And I obviously know a lot of Cowboys fans, so this game just felt even better for me because I know a lot of Cowboys fans, and they was talking all week about, oh, this is gonna be a cake game, a cakewalk game. We got nothing to worry about. It's the Panthers. Rico came into town. He said, buckle up. And guess what they did not do? They did not buckle up. I mean, come on, man. Come on. Let's pull up the stats for the game. Again, it's just I feel like we dominated every stretch of the game, especially on offense. Defensively, we stopped the run. That was the key to victory for me on defense. Was last week Devon Achane had his worst game in so far this year against us. What we held him to what? How many yards last week? He was really good against every team but us last week in terms of receiving and passing. Javonte Williams came into this game almost 500 yards on the ground, and we held Javonte to 29 rushing yards. I mean, you guys do what you guys want to do with that information, but the running defense is it's pretty good. Get this up. 3-game win streak. Feels good. Oh yeah, for sure. I think next week we'll if we don't beat the Jets after these last 2 weeks, I don't know how I'm gonna feel because I mean just beat the Cowboys. The Jets are gonna be the easiest team you're gonna play all year so far. I mean that should be a win. I mean Justin Fields had 45 yards today. This guy sucks. But yeah, let's look at the stats. So George Pickens had literally that 70% of the total passing yards, and Mike Jackson gave up. I don't know the number exactly. I know he was on George Pickens literally 80% of the snaps. Jared Vero just doesn't know how to do his job. The good thing about it is our defense has actually been pretty good, especially against the run this year. So it's kind of hard to really sit here and bash him as a defense coordinator when he's actually done his part so far this year. Like he's got Derrick Brown back. And it's done a pretty good job with this defense. I think the defense has been a little better than the offense so far this year. Specifically, it also be consistent. I think the defense has been better. And stopping the run has been the biggest, I think, point when looking at this defense. The only thing I really think is the problem is obviously the pressure. We cannot get pressure. Today, you saw it again. The pressure is just limited. But honestly, because you're this good against the run so far, last week you held Devon Achane under 20 yards. You see Javonte with 29 yards, under 30 yards today. I mean, you hold George Pickens to under 100 yards, you win this game by 10 plus points. And the only reason why we didn't do that is because of Ajay Rivera wanted to keep Mike Jackson on George Pickens for whatever reason. I don't know why he wanted to, but he did that. Okay. I mean, hopefully he can tell us why he loves to put Mike Jackson on number one receivers more than J.C. Horn when he just can't do it. He's obviously not cut out for the job. We better beat the Jets. So tell me about it. If we don't beat the Jets next week, it's like this team loves to give you hope and then bounce back on it. The Jets are 0-6. I mean, at this point, hopefully their front office is like, let's start tanking. I mean, hopefully. I mean, we did struggle against Kyler a little, so I hope we can find a way to the quarterback. Yeah, again, the pressure is the biggest thing. I mean, I don't think we had a sack this game. Let me look at the team stats real quick. Obviously, I mean, Rico being leading in receiving and rushing today just kind of just proves it. And honestly, we can discuss this Chuba and Rico situation because honestly, a lot of people are talking about it on Twitter and everything, and just the Panthers community, a lot of people are discussing it. If Rico should start, and it's a valid question because honestly, you don't want to go away from something that is continuing to work, right? Like it's kind of hard to pass up and say, Chuba, you're back, yes, but when you were off, I mean, Rico's has 500 yards in the last 2 games when you've been out. Okay, I think the philosophy for me is I came into this season thinking these two are the best, or how should I say this? We have one of the best duos in the NFL at the running back position. I said that plenty of times this offseason after we signed Rico Dowdle in free agency. I said that. And I think with Rico now just being that good. Now, obviously, when him and Chuba were healthy the first 4 games of the season, Chuba was averaging almost 5 yards a carry. Rico was averaging 3.6, I think is what it was. It's not that good. And as soon as Chuba went down, Rico's turned it up. So it's kind of a thing where I think you can split these. I think you can still split the carries between Chuba and Rico. I think you have to because you can't just go away from Chuba Hubbard, right? But I think what you can do is you got Rico for a reason. You got Rico because he's that good, as a weapon outside as a receiver. So you can use him more there when Chuba is back, obviously. Like You saw him today. He was consistently outside. I don't know how many times I saw Rico Dowdle lined up on the outside and had 70 yards receiving? No, 60. Had 60 yards receiving today. I mean, when Chuba's back, people are too quick to go away from Chuba Hubbard. People forget Chuba Hubbard was our offense last year. Just be honest. Like, people are too quick to forget Chuba Hubbard was our offense last year. When we needed somebody to do something, it was Chuba Hubbard. Obviously, he's not dominated as much as Rico did last 2 weeks. I get that. But you have just utilize. I mean, the lines are perfect at utilizing Jahmyr Gibbs, right? And that great two-back set that they love to use. And Jahmyr Gibbs is more of a receiving back, and they love to use him in that type of that kind of set. So if you're the Panthers, you just can't go away from Chuba Hubbard, right? I just don't think you can. But you can give Rico more. I think you can go 10 and 10 split every week on the ground, and then give Rico more of the wide receiver options like he was today. Like, he was out there a lot today in receiver sets. What's up, man? Great win. Agreed. Now we move on to Jets. I mean, think about it. We can be 4-3 after next week. Over 500. We can start thinking like playoffs is wild to think about as a Panthers fan. We could start talking about kind of the path to that at the moment. I mean, if y'all want to. What's up, Trizzy? How you doing, man? How you feeling? Big time W. But yeah, I'm gonna get these stats back up. I just wanted to touch on the what is it? I did want to touch on the kind of the topic that everybody's been talking about, which has been Chuba and Rico Dowdle, because Rico's been dominating. So, and that's honestly a good situation to be in. Like, whenever a player plays so well, your starter, who was your best player last year on offense, is now, should we even bring him back? And should he really not be the number one back? It's been 2 games. Okay. I think a bigger sample size should be waited for. I think we split. I mean, if you want to give Rico a couple more touches, I don't care. But I think Chuba Hubbard needs to be in the game, is kind of what I'm saying. Like, I don't think we should completely go away from him. But you look at this. I mean, first downs, you see this right here. We have 12 more first downs than them. I think we had what is it? I think they said in the broadcast, like 10 of those first were running. Yeah, right here, 14 first downs on the ground. That's insane. That means Rico was going crazy on, first and 10, second and medium. He obviously, there was how many first down and 10s Rico just chalked out 9 yards every single time. Like, we bullied. And I'm actually can't wait to break down the all 22 to myself and obviously give you all a video. I don't know what to break down because I feel like the running defense is really good and the running was good. I have not broke down the defensive line yet this year on all 22, so I might do that for you guys this week. I might break down the defensive line. Kind of Derek Brown dominated. I mean, LeBron Ray made some plays. Ashawn made some plays. Bobby Brown was out there all game long making plays on the run. I feel like this week the all 22 will be probably that if I'm thinking about it. But I'm going to break down the all 22 to myself as well when it comes to the offense. Honestly, I might do a mix. I might do a mix this week where I break down the offense and the defensive line, kind of how they dominated and how we can continue to do that, because the defensive line is dominated, man. And I said also heading into the season, I said this defensive line is nasty. This interior is really good. And it was going to be a really underrated piece of this defense. I feel great after I went today. It's hard not to. Bro, we have 3 good. Running back Trevor did good too. Just wonder how it's going to look when Brooks comes back. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'll be forgetting about Jonathan Brooks, man. I mean, Rico Dowdle, what is on a 1-year contract at the moment. I mean, are we going to bring him back? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a genuine question now. I mean, he's been going crazy, so it's kind of hard. I mean, Trevor Etienne, honestly, when he's been out there, when it comes to not having to return punts, he's been pretty solid at running back. I think he hasn't been bad as well. I do agree with you, Caleb. I think he's been fairly decent when it comes to running the ball, at his primary position. I think that's honestly big. And honestly, Jonathan Brooks, I think that was a good pick. Honestly, it was kind of early to take him there, especially when you had Chuba Hubbard. But, I mean, Jonathan Brooks is honestly what Rico Dowdle could be, to be honest with you, is when we drafted him. Kind of very similar. Very good in the receiver game, in the receiving game. Honestly, has very elite upside when it comes to running the football. You saw it at Texas. It's pretty obvious. But it's all interesting. Like it's all interesting. All these discussions are good discussions. Like talking about who should we start between Chuba and Rico, because Rico's playing that good right now. That's honestly a good thing. So, yeah, but you can see here 12 more first downs, third down efficiency, just 40%, not bad. We honestly, again, the Cowboys were efficient because they're passing game. And when you're consistently putting Mike Jackson on George Pickens consistently on big plays, I mean, he got burnt. How many yards do you think this was because of Mike Jackson? Like it had to have been 140, had to have been with Mike Jackson on him. I mean, Mike Jackson is responsible for how many yards the last 2 weeks with Jalen Waddle and George Pickens combined? Over 200 yards the last 2 weeks on a receiver. He's bad. Like, he's genuinely not a good corner right now. And we can start discussing that because that, again, if he plays better or Jared Vera just push JC Horn on George Pickens like he's supposed to be doing, we win this game by 10 points. Because again, I mean, we were also -1 in the turnover battle. Okay, well, we know when we are negative in the turnover battle, we don't really win games. I mean, this is the factor right here. The 168 to George Pickens. I mean, that's the factor. He was the factor for the Cowboys, to just to be straight up. But yeah, efficient for Bryce and Dak today, as you can see with the efficiency. Sacks, only gave him 1 sack for the Panthers. Again, the 0 sacks given up. Well, we only have 5 sacks on the year so far. I mean, that's not really the key to, a winning formula when it comes to trying to, make a playoff run. You know, 5 sacks this year. I mean, the Broncos had 9 sacks today alone. Granted, they have one of the best pass rushers in the league with Nick Bonito, but you got to figure out a way to get pressure. But the good thing about that is, I mean, the interior is that good. I mean, we're not talking about this right now. If the Panthers defense interior is not that good, like we're not talking this good about the Panthers. What's up, Corbett? He said, are we legit? In a way, like I think we actually can be competitive. Like, I mean, I really do. I do. When Chuba comes back, people really think when Chuba comes back, he's going to take Rico's spot and it's going to be a downgrade. When Chuba comes back, it's going to be even better for this team. People don't understand that yet. People do not understand that yet. When Chuba comes back, it's going to be a positive because now you have to worry about 2 running backs. One that just ran for 500, one that has 500 scrimmage yards the last 2 weeks, and one that was the running back 1 and was averaging almost 5 yards a carry in the first 4 weeks when he was playing. And the other one that had 500 scrimmage yards is a threat in the receiving game. Now you really can utilize those 2. But again, because people are so high on Rico right now, I get it. People just don't want to have Chuba Hubbard out there for whatever reason. What if he gets hurt? Trevor's been solid, when he's been needed to, play, but he's still a rookie. And I don't know how many yards he's averaging a carry. It's definitely probably not 4. It's probably like 3. Like when he's out there, he's explosive. Honestly, as a running back, Trevor Etienne has been pretty solid when it comes to being explosive as a running back. But what's up, Shane? He said Bobby Brown throwing around 2 guys at once. He was out. Man, I think honestly, Derek Brown had a big game today. There's an argument to be made that Bobby Brown had the best game on defense today. Just straight up. Him or Trevon Moehrig, which, by the way, Trevon Moehrig, I said before the season started, he's a top 5 player on this team. He's going to be a top 5 player on this team. When Jared Vera uses him correctly and he's not in coverage, bro, he's just a threat. He's a threat. So when it comes to stopping the run, he's blitzing to get sacks. He's that good of a safety. That good. And you guys can, I mean, it's pretty easy. Watch Sundays. He's a great tackler, all that. I mean, there was a bunch of good things today, just on defense side of the ball, man. Like, again, take Mike Jackson away, who was horrendous today. There's nobody that was worse today on either team than Mike Jackson. It was bad. That's on Evero for putting cornerback 2 on George Pickens. Yeah, absolutely. And especially when you're continuously watching him get burnt every snap, it seems like, and you're still putting him out there on George Pickens when he's our only threat. You stop George Pickens, you're literally good. Where obviously Jake Ferguson had a pretty decent game. Obviously had that touchdown, but I mean, come on. I seen him in the huddle, and T-Mac was literally looking at Excel and laughing. I think I seen them say that Rico Dowdle told Excel to pitch it backwards. Either way, if you're Excel, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? That was the dumbest play I've ever seen this season for sure. Like, it's so stupid. You have the ball and you're pitching it backwards. Like, I couldn't see from the all 22 angle. I might be able to look. Maybe Rico had a ton of space. If he catches that, he might get plus yardage. I don't really know, but yeah, it was a pretty funny play, man. I was like, dog, what is he doing? Yeah, that was definitely a funny play. But next, I do want to discuss is Trevin Wallace and Christian Roseboom, because, dude, the last 2 weeks, our linebacker play has been like very good. Okay, but you might not be able to see it because the interior is that good. So, your second level at that linebacker position, it doesn't even have a chance to make plays if your interior is holding running backs to 29 yards a game. You know what I'm saying? But Christian Roseboom is honestly a big reason why we've been able to do that. Like, the first 4 weeks, he's looked lost. Same with Trevin Wallace when it comes to linebacker play. They both have looked lost the first 4 weeks when it comes to the run game. They've been getting stuffed. Now they're finding the gaps. Obviously, the A gap, B gap, whatever. They're finding the gaps in the offensive line to make plays. I mean, they've just dominated, man. The last 2 weeks, they've been so good, so good. This defense is actually very good. Like, let's take a step back and actually look at this defense. This is like, it's been 2 straight weeks. Okay. The Patriots game compared to these last 2 weeks just seemed like a whole different defense. Like, I don't know what it is, but against the run, besides that one game, actually, was it? Yeah, it was the Jags game week 1 where we gave up a ton of yards to Travis. But other than that, like, this interior has been very good. This is arguably the best part of this team is the interior of the defensive line, arguably. But yeah, linebacker play has been pretty elite, I should say, when it comes to the last 2 weeks. Hopefully that continues. What's up, bro? Facts. Yeah. Linebackers, man, been pretty solid. That was a terrible penalty on Roseboom. That wasn't roughing the passer. It wasn't. Now, I think that was more of a PI on Nick Scott than anything. And Nick Scott today, besides that one play where he broke up in the end zone, he was bad again. He was bad again. Where he got hurdled first quarter of George Pickens, that PI didn't even look back. I mean, it favored us because if they called a PI, that is they're past the 50. But because they picked that up and called the roughing, it was only 10, 15-yard penalty. So that actually favored us a little bit more. But yes, it was not roughing at all. I think it was more of a PI on Nick Scott than it was roughing on Christian. Besides Mike Jack. Yeah, I already discussed that trash can. Yeah, he played bad today, man. Easily the worst player on the team today. I don't even think it's a debate. And it's been 2 weeks now that he's been getting flamed by good receivers. When is Rivera, like, that's his only crutch right now. He has his defense playing good. Okay, like, he has his defense playing good, especially against the run. I actually am curious because I think it was funny. I'm going to pull up Devon Achane stats and then Javonte stats. Last week, I mentioned to you guys the key of the game was stopping Devon Achane because he was cooking when it came to rushing and receiving before our game. And I was like, if we can contain him, we should be able to win the game. Oh, yeah, I haven't even touched Bryce yet. That's how good this team has been. Bryce was outstanding today. Great game from Bryce. I'm going to pull up Devon Achane real quick. His game-by-game stats to kind of show you guys how dominant we've been, to say the least. Let me share this screen real quick. Let me share this, zoom in for you guys. Okay, this is the rushing log for Devon Achane the last weeks, obviously. And also I'm going to pull up Javonte's as well because this shows you how good our interior has been, really. Okay, it shows it. This dude averaged 1.6 yards a carry. Okay, before this week, honestly, he was one of the best backs in the league. It was kind of like Chris McCaffrey level where he's efficient in the run game. You can see 5 yards, 7 yards week 1. And then I go to receiving as well. I go to receiving for you guys. Boom. See yards. 92 yards against the Patriots. 30 yards. Had 30 yards against us, to be fair. but we limited Devon Achane, and that was my key. Same with today was the key to victory was stopping Javonte Williams. I said if you contain Javonte, don't let him have a big game, you win this ball game. Simple. But yes, Bryce Young, outstanding game from Bryce. I mean, he did what he needed to do. Had 199 yards today, 3 touchdowns. Every touchdown was an elite. I mean, I don't really have much to say about Bryce. He played that good today. Just played as good as he could for a quarterback that was getting heat, man. Again, and I think we ran the ball more than we did passing attempts. But I said we did, like on Twitter, I literally mentioned that this week. I was like, we need to give Rico the ball, give him 12 touches. Not 12, sorry. 25 touches at least. And guess what? We did that. I think he had like 30 touches today, honestly. But yeah, look, I'm going to show you guys the game log for you guys. They don't have the Panthers on here yet. This should show you guys how good our interior actually has been and our running defense has been this year. Specifically last 2 games, and we're consistently getting better on the interior as a running defense. We get some of the chats. He said, that 12 personnel is killing, so happy Dave Canal decided to run a lot more. Yeah, I absolutely agree. I mean, when we are under center, you see it. Rico is that efficient as a running back. You can use that play action. Like that play call was beautiful. I think it was a 3rd down to Tommy Trumbull where he fakes it. Everyone went to the right because they thought Rico was going to get the ball there. And Tommy Trumbull was wide open for a 1st down. At that point, I was like, we're probably going to win this game because now at that point, all you got to do is run the ball with Rico and do that. And honestly, we got that 4th down play. Bryce put on the money to Hunter. Hunter made a great catch. But yeah, that 12 personnel is very killing. I'm happy there was not a lot of shotgun today. I'm happy because that under center stuff, Bryce is just much more comfortable. And the play action game is much more, it's more efficient, I feel like, when it comes to Bryce Young's game, in my opinion, with that 12 personnel. But yeah, back to this, the Javonte, 135 yards last week. I mean, that's obvious. You can see there. 85 the week before, 76, 97, 54. We held him to 29 yards today. Let that sink in. Let that sink in for you guys about how good this running defense has really been. And honestly, again, Trevin Wallace was out there making plays in the run game, specifically in the passing game. I feel like he made more plays. Christian Roseboom was just out there making good plays all around. I mean, he's out there flying. But this kind of shows you guys really how good this running defense has been the last 2 weeks. Using, again, Javonte Williams. I mean, you say it correctly. Javonte was top 5 in rushing coming in. I mean, honestly, could have been top 3. He had, on the season so far, he had 447. That, I don't know what that actually is, to be honest with you, like where that would place. Yeah, I don't know. But it's definitely top 5. I don't know the exact. Yeah, I mean, it's all facts. All facts. He said we also had Javonte in the box. It was, yeah, I mean, every time Javonte got the ball, I knew. It's just crazy to think about. Last year, we were terrible in rushing defense. This year, I mean, every time teams run the ball, I mean, I'm pretty confident we can stop them. We're setting the edges. Like, that's the thing about our edges also is that, let me go back, extend this. But that's the thing, too, about our edge room is that we get no pressure at all, but at least we make up for it with very good, running defense, right? Like the entire run defense is very good. Okay. Like and it's getting better and better. As season goes on. I mean, last 2 weeks is a completely different Panthers team when it comes to stopping the run. Completely different Panthers team when stopping the run. Jimmy Horn, a great catch. I mean, he's just a different weapon. I mean, we used him a couple times, obviously in jet sweeps. His speed is just a factor. But yes, he did have a great catch. Was that early third quarter? That was a great first drive, by the way, that we had to score and take the lead. But yeah, Jimmy Horn, bro, with the opportunities he's getting, he's making the most of them. And I'm very, very happy for it. When Jalen Colbert comes back, I mean, you have players to run with, and Jimmy Horn needs to be in the rotation still. I mean, if he's out the rotation when Jalen Colbert comes back, I'm going to be a little upset. Different type of player, and he's been producing too. And Cowboys online was more healthy than last week. To be fair, they are injured like badly, like their entire team's in the hospital. To be fair, that's why I was saying if we lose today, there's no hope. Like this is the time to get the Cowboys. Okay, and the thing is like it sucks because if we just take Mike Jackson off of George Pickens 80% of the time, I think we win this game by 10. And T Mac doesn't, whatever that was in the first quarter. He said also refs help them. He's talking about help the Cowboys. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think the refs were decent. The refs weren't bad. Like, I don't look at the game and say, man, there was a bad call. That only one was the rough and the passer one. He said the horn PI was BS. I do agree with that. I actually do agree that the horn pass interference was trash on, what was that, Jake Ferguson in the first quarter. And on George Pickens, yeah, one too, I'm pretty sure. I mean, he did pull a little bit, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. These liberal refs gave y'all the game. Come on, bro. We won fair square. We got that W. Nyman played pretty well. He did. I wouldn't really, again, the offensive line played pretty well. Besides that, obviously, that one sack, the offensive line was fairly good. Was very good. And the Cowboys had one of the best in terms of pressure. Edge players also coming in with James Houston. Had one of the best edge rushers in terms of pressure coming in with James Houston, and he was nowhere to be found. So I'm actually curious what his pressure rate is. I've seen like every time he's out there, he gets like since he's been playing, he's got a ton of pressure the first couple games. Let me look at the pressure. So far this year, let's see total in the full season. He has 18% quarterback pressure so far this season. That doesn't count this game. I don't know exactly the pressure rate today. It probably wasn't that good. I mean, again, the offensive line held up pretty well, and Josh Nyman was part of it, obviously. Facts. And Bryce disappears behind the line. It's hard to see when he exactly, because after you obviously pull back, you fake the play action, the offensive line kind of sinks in. And that play to, I think it was Mitchell Evans, was the perfect kind of play call. I think it was the first time that play action was used in the pass game in the first quarter, where he snaps the ball, fakes it to Rico. As soon as he fakes it to Rico, the offensive line kind of sinks in, has time for him to step up. And at that point, I mean, just delivered a dime to Mitchell. And yeah, Bobby Brown had me jumping with this play. Man, Bobby Brown was arguably the best player today, maybe. I mean, I have to go watch all 22, after, and really look at the advanced stats to really look and see like the TFL level, all that. Because again, a lot of players jumped out today. So right now it's probably a little too early to decide who was the best player today. To decide who's the best player today. But I think Bobby Brown is definitely going to be up there. Hold on. What's up, Rock? Anybody else notice how much Bryce was under center? Exactly. It's about time. About time. Corbin said 2 games compared. Everyone else, Rico, yeah. I mean, that's insane. That's insane to think about. He's what, 7th overall in scrimmage yards or rushing yards, probably. And he's only played he's only started 2 games. So also just most rushing a game right now. We play them next week. Yeah, Breece Hall is a good player. Breece Hall is a good player. But again, I'm fairly confident we can at least hold that, because Justin Fields had 45 yards today. And if you just stack the box and make him pass, I think you're good. I think you're good. Stack the box. Obviously, have Trayvon Moore play a lot in there, and I think we'll be good. Someone said there's a delay with the mic. Hold on. So that might be why. Let me see. We stopped Bijan. People overlook. Yeah, I mean, again, let me see. I actually have not seen NFL rushing defense this year. Like the ranking right now. I actually haven't seen it yet. Let me see. We are currently ranked. We're middle of the pack on defense in terms of rushing. We only given up 567 yards on the ground so far this year. Touchdowns only 5. It's not too bad, to be honest. Facts, opening drive touchdown was huge. I knew we was here to play after that. Yeah, it was a big drive. Big drive coming out after half, down 17-13. Get that touchdown. Do that. Yeah, Nathan, let me know if it's good now. I think I had to delay last stream too on Friday. But shout out to Josh Nyman. He more than held his own today in place of Taylor Moe, and he's another big ups to Brady Christian. He's been beasting, absolutely. And I said this on stream on Friday too, that I mean Josh Nyman is not a bad player. Like he's a serviceable backup. Like we picked him up. Obviously, he was on Packers, right? His last team he was on the Packers. I mean, he wasn't bad in the Packers, man. Bobby Brown TFL turned me on. Bobby Brown was everywhere today. Him and Derrick Brown were feasting all game today. Jets have 0 picks. You talking about on defense? Let me see. Oh, you talking about passing too? Yeah, I see it. Justin Fields 4 for 0 right now. Interception to touchdown ratio. Not bad. We need the damn Bucks to lose. True. I mean, if they lose, they're 4-2, and then one game behind. I don't want to get delusional, but like one game behind in the South. I think the Bucks are the best team in the South. You know, I just do. So that's interesting. But look at Trevor Wallace, because he had a bad start to the season. Last 2 games have been pretty solid. Let me see. My bad, y'all. I'm sick. Bad. Won't stop me from streaming though. All right, so you can see here. Yeah, we need those Bucks to lose for sure. Let me see. Okay. So again, they don't have everything for this game, but let me see. Let me see. You can see his snap count going up too. Played 100% of the snaps last week against the Dolphins. Let me see. It's not really going to help when it comes to looking, because tackles can be iffy, man. Like he had 4 tackles, but you know. Let me see the box score for this game, because that's what's going to tell me. I mean, Trevor Wallace had a massive game, to say the least, today. Like, had that big time second down tackle. I made some big plays, to say the least. Let me look at the not the box score. Yeah, low key. Hold on. Go to the box score. Okay, defense. Look, I mean, look at that. Look at those two. Christian Roseman and Trevor Wallace leading the team in tackles today. TFL, Trevor has 1, obviously. That big second down on that last drive to give us the ball back. Mike Jackson has a TFL. That guy sucks. Trayvon Morgan is him, man. He's him. He has I think he's on pace for 14 TFLs on the season. That's insane. I think I put that on the whatever last week. I mean, that's pretty insane, actually. Think about that. Bro's on pace for 14 TFLs as a safety. I mean, like, come on. Had another one today. Derrick Brown with the TFL. Just made his presence known. Bobby Brown had TFL as well. That's how many TFLs today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 total TFLs to their 2. It's impressive. I mean, we were in the backfield heavily. Derrick Brown is the man for real. He be throwing dudes around and off the double team at last. Yeah, and the thing about that is that when you have such a good player as you do with Derrick Brown, he just radiates the attention as an interior player. So that frees up guys like Bobby Brown and A'Shawn Robinson. I'm actually very excited to go over all 22 with y'all this week for my video, because it's going to be very interesting to see if the Cowboys do a lot of doubles at Derrick Brown, because obviously on stream or while watching the game, it's hard to really catch that because you're watching the entire field. But the all-22, you can really point out stuff. I'm actually very excited to watch that part of the all-22 to see if they do doubles at Derrick Brown, if that help obviously free up guys like Bobby Brown for big plays. I'm excited for that, to be honest. We can be the first next week for the interception. Yeah. Yep. There's only one play that I got mad at Trevin, and that was that touchdown where he didn't get deep enough and allowed Ferguson to ease. Okay. Yeah. I do agree. I feel like there's a part you can blame Lathan a little bit as well, because as a safety right there, I don't think he needed to go to the left. I think he could have just stayed and kind of helped to the right. In my opinion, I think Trevin could have got deeper, obviously, but it's hard to notice. When you're a linebacker playing coverage like that, he didn't play that bad. You expect your safety in the back to be over there and help cover. Okay, whenever Greg Olsen kind of pulled up the all-22, if you guys watch the broadcast, he kind of pulled out the full screen and kind of break the touchdown down. Trevin was there. Okay, could he have been a little deeper? Yes, if it was a little deeper on the play, it probably would have been incomplete or interception. If you're the Panthers, but I think Lathan also could have done a better job. And honestly, I could break that play down as well for you guys if you want to see kind of how it went down. But Lathan could have played it to the right a little bit more than he did. Obviously, he went to the left. But yes, he was by himself. So that's kind of hard when you're by yourself as a safety in the back. You're a rookie at that, and you're playing all in the back by yourself. It's kind of hard to determine what's going to happen here. What do you expect? But yeah, I mean, I don't really blame anybody on that play. Really, I think Trevor could have got a little deeper than that, but it was just a great throw, great catch, great design from the Cowboys, and they just sniffed out where the coverage was going to be weak at, and they got that touchdown. Well, somebody said, why couldn't the Cowboys get a ground game going? Is the D this good? I mean, the running defense looks like to be very, very solid so far. I mean, is the defense that good? I mean, I don't know. I think when you're when your defense coordinator is putting up Mike Jackson on the best receivers every week and giving up 168 yards, it might not look that good. But against the run the last 2 weeks, we've been outstanding, to say the absolute least. In the interior, and Derrick Brown is actually such a factor, in that part of the game. Corbin said, I'm saying first division next week. Also, Jets have no interception defensively. Okay. Yeah. I don't think they'll get one. Nah. Hopefully. I mean, we know the Panthers love to turn the ball over one time and they go crazy. It's like Bryce decides to either dirt the ball in the ground and say, fumble, or it's like just throws a pick. One or the other. That's hard as a single high safety on the long side of the field. Agree. In that tight space, when you have 4 receivers out there, you just got to be instinctive, But yes, it is very hard as the only, the lone safety. I mean, in a tight field, it is hard. It is it is difficult. I will give him that, in that sense. But yeah, man. I mean, shoot. Rico led the team in receiving today with 4 catches for 50. I'm gonna pull this up for you guys because hold on, what? No, let me pull this up for you guys. Okay, cool. Here we have it right here. Look at Rico, 4 for 56. And T-Mac, mid-game when it came to yards, but getting those 2 touchdowns were big for his stat line for sure. And then the run, Trevor Etienne averaged 5.7. Again, Trevor Etienne is not bad. Not a bad player at all. And Jimmy Horn, 2 for 36. Shoo. Of course, the longest one was 34 yards. Obviously, that big play he had. But yeah, it was just a dominant game. Oh, snap. I almost forgot Nick Scott made some great plays today and actually played solid. Nick Scott wasn't awful. He hasn't been really awful at all, really, to be honest with you, all year long. He just made some bad plays and also made some good plays. Obviously, that play in the red zone where he broke up that touchdown pass, that was definitely a good play for sure. Let me see. That was definitely a good play. Like, for sure. On that pass breakup, I don't know who was on. I think it was a tight end. But he broke up that pass to make it 4th down. Or I don't know if it was a 4th down. But everybody on defense made plays today besides Mike Jackson. That's it. It's the only player that just didn't show up for whatever reason. He just can't play against the best receivers in the NFL. Can't do it. Yep, he did. Nick Scott saved the touchdown. He did. I love Etienne. He has great feet, balance, and he has good vision. Yeah, it's all you gotta. That sums him up. And he's not a bad athlete either. Decent speed as well. I don't know what he ran in the 40. If he did the combine, I don't know what he ran, but you can see he's not bad. He's not a bad runner. He's not. He's not a bad runner. The only problem is the punt returns that he's been struggling with. Obviously, muffing those and doing that, but I don't know. But yeah, Trevor's been, when he's been given the opportunities, just like a lot of players have in the first 2 years of this regime, a lot of players have, when they got the opportunity, they've done what they needed to do. But it's crazy. Think about it. Jonathan Brooks is on IR. Okay, I'm not saying next year Trevor Etienne is going to be better than Jonathan Brooks. I'm just saying, think about it. If we bring back Rico Dowdle, what do you do in that running back room? That's got to be one of the deepest running back rooms in the NFL when Jonathan Brooks is back next year, especially if you bring back Rico Dowdle on a long-term contract or whatever. That's got to be simply one of the best running back rooms in a while. It just is. It's not a crazy thing to say. It's not a crazy thing to say. Trudy said, can I also need to have a chat with Evero about having JC Horn travel with the number 1 receiver because teams are going to expose matchups when Jackson is covered. Yeah, man, I think we'll have to start a petition. Jair Evero has not done a bad job this year. He hasn't. He's had this defense ready to play the last 2 weeks against really good running backs, and he's done a great job. And besides Mike Jackson getting cooked by Jalen Waddle last week, and this week getting destroyed by George Pickens, not even close. He's been very solid as a coordinator this year. Very, very, very solid. Okay, let me see. Especially when we're running cover 3 quarters type defense, the cornerbacks have to play the area and the receiver as well. I can't lie, that's tough. Yeah. There's been plays the last 2 weeks where you can see kind of the defense we're running. We have a high safety look. We're kind of, stacking the box a little bit like we saw on that touchdown pass where it's Lathan by himself in the back. It's just one-on-one. It's it is a zone coverage type of play. You're by yourself in the back. It's hard. It's hard to do. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. That's tough to do as a safety. It's tough to do as a corner. It's tough to do as a linebacker when you're out there. Can you show the run for play? Absolutely. Let me pull it up real quick for you guys. Let me pull it up. I wish I had an all 22 version, but they don't come out with the all 22 until wait, what's the best thing to do? Yeah. Let me do this one. They don't come out all 22 until like a day after. They got to get all the plays up. They got to get, do all that fancy stuff. So I promise you, this week's all 22 is going to be pretty fire. I promise you guys. I'm gonna hook you guys up with the all 22 this week. It might even go live again, like I did Friday, where I broke down film on live. With the Cowboys, I might break down some Jets film on Friday night during stream. So if you guys want to pull up there, I might do another stream like I did on Friday, where I broke down Javonte Williams film and kind of showed you guys what we need to do as a defense to stop that, and it worked. So I might do that against the Jets, kind of show you guys, kind of watch the film on them, see what the best part of their team and kind of how we can limit that and really win the game on Sunday. Because I actually enjoy doing that on live on Friday, just breaking down the film on live stream. Obviously, you can learn a lot. You kind of bounce off each other, what you guys see from the film that I might not be seeing. It's just a cool stuff. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. Let me pull up this clip for you, Corbin. That 1 foot in the ground and go is Dave's type of running back, bro, from Tampa roll in the Dave system, and he's one cut. ETN is one cut back. Chuba's more power now when he waits. Yeah, I think Trevor Etienne has more the kind of the speed to him, which is why he's more of a one cut type of back. Chuba has that a little bit, which is why I think he's a different back. Like Chuba's patient, which is why he just has as at all the running backs in the league, Chuba Hubbard is one of the best in terms of vision and just being patient and just waiting for the hole. And that's why Chuba is so good as a running back, is because of his ability to do those type of things. But think about it. You have 4 different players at running back. I guess you could say Rico and Jonathan Brooks are very similar type backs in terms of receiving the ball, running the ball in every area as a running back. They're pretty similar. But Chuba and Trevor are similar as well. I think Trevor's more fast. I think Trevor's our fastest running back. Just like the top end speed that he probably has. Obviously we haven't seen him get through a hole like that yet. Hopefully we can see it. That'll be pretty cool to see. When he's out there break one loose. But I think his top end speed is pretty good. Like when you watch him run the ball, obviously as you mentioned, he is that kind of that one cut type of back. Just that elusive back is what he is. And Chuba is honestly that as well. But he's more patient, which is why he goes into that power back kind of role. I do see what you're saying. Let me see. Can I not? So annoying. Boom. Right here. Cool. Let me go to this play real quick and show you guys. Let me pull this play for you guys. Yeah, we haven't discussed Bryce. Bryce was good today. I don't really think we have to discuss him, which is finally a good thing. We don't have to discuss about, is Bryce this? Is Bryce good? Is he bad? Like, that's every week so far. Like, even last week we won, it was that discussion, but he actually played his best game today, in my opinion. Obviously, you could say the Cardinals game, but that wasn't really an all-around game. He had his best, I think, half, obviously. But overall, that was not his best game overall. This was definitely his best game. Am I tripping? Let me see. My bad. I'm trying to figure this out. Oh, here's that 4th down. Let me get it for you guys. 4th and 3 with 2 minutes and 31 to go. It was just a composed throw. It was a great throw, great catch, and the way the throw looked too with that angle, the other angle, I mean, that's a perfect throw because he put it only where he can get it. If he puts it to the right a little bit more, the linebacker hits it and it's incomplete. And in my opinion, that's the ball game. If he doesn't complete that ton of Renfro, in my opinion, they're going out the field and scoring the way that he was able to throw the ball today. Let me get that up for you. Wrong one. My bad. This one. Boom. Okay. Let me see. All right. Get this out. This was the throw to Hunter Renfro. Obviously, I wish I had the all 22 version, but they kind of show a bunch of clips on here, so I can show you guys. I might go slower for you guys. Point. Yeah, let's do that one. Cool. So you're going to see this throw. Pause right here. Look at this. You see linebacker right here lurking. I mean, this ball is put on the money. It's hard to see at this angle. Kind of, I mean, it looks like, yeah, but look, pause right here. If on the other angle, if Bryce does not put this right here, like only where you can get it, I mean, it's incomplete. I mean, it's just what I think personally. But I think they're going to show another angle, the other angle. But when that angle showed up, I was like, it's a perfect throw from Bryce. Tampa scored again. Yeah, I mean Tampa's good, man. I mean, it's gonna be two tough games. I mean, we might go 0-2 against the Bucks. I mean, the Bucks are okay. Here, I think that angle is gonna show here. He looked calm, did well in the pocket. Yeah, I mean, overall, I think it's best game this year. I think so. Bryce was good besides the pick. The pick wasn't even on Bryce. I mean, he played a perfect game today. You know, the pick was on T-Mac. But yeah, hopefully they do show the clip again because the other angles like fire. It's a good angle. It kind of shows what I'm saying when it comes to a perfect throw. Yeah, nope, not the right angle here either. Oh no, commercial, bro. Here it is. Here's the angle I was talking about. Watch it happen. Watch. It's in slow motion. I'm gonna pause it right here. Pause right here. I hate that the freaking pause is in the way. But look, I guess you can kind of see a little bit where Hunter Renfro and the linebacker are. If Bryce puts his ball a little bit to the right, the linebacker just puts his arm out. It's incomplete. I mean, that was pretty. I mean, I could show you guys in this angle without the pause on it, so you guys see a little better. But I mean, they played back. This is kind of the Panthers' specialty on third downs. Dejera loves to play his corners out that deep. But look what the throw is, right? Great throw, only where Hunter Renfro can catch it, and great catch. You know, fall down. That I mean, I was scared as soon as he threw it, got the ball out. I was like, dog, I'm scared. It was a perfect throw. So, yeah. It feels good to be 3-3, man. Everybody played good besides Mike Jackson. It feels good to be here with a chance to go 4-3 next week. Feels good. The pick was behind T-Mac. You know what? I'm gonna pull it up. Because I actually don't know. On live, it looked like that was a. I don't know where the pick is. I don't know where the pick is. It's first quarter, isn't it? I'm trying to find it. I do want to pull it up. Kind of cool to see. It was on the second drive, wasn't it? That he threw it. Might have been this play right here. Hold on. Yeah, no, it wasn't that one. My bad. I'm trying to search through this because I didn't want to show that play. I don't know. Was it third down? It might have been this play. Hold on. Might have been this play. 1 second. I don't know. I don't think it was a third down though. That's the thing. Yeah, T-Mac caught this ball for a first, and then I think the next play dropped it. This might be the play right here. I'm not gonna lie. My bad. Taking forever. Yeah, this was the play. Yeah, that is not behind T-Mac. I'm gonna play it, but that is not behind T-Mac at all. I mean, as a player in the NFL, you got to catch this. It's pretty simple. But I'm gonna play it right here for you guys. Yeah, this is not a. I mean, this is not behind him. I don't think personally. This is in his hands. Simple. Yeah, that's in his hands. That's not. I don't think that's behind him at all. T-Mac intercept. He had to reach back a little. I don't think so. Oh yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna show you guys this here in a second too. But yeah, I don't think that's behind him. I think that's a good throw. It was just drop the ball. Can't do that, man. Can't do that. But again, he's a rookie. He's made big plays this year. I guess we do harp on XL a lot this year, or sorry, last 2 years about him dropping balls. And I mean that's is it time to start discussing that? Mac, dropping the ball a little bit more. I don't know. I mean, you good. I mean, I get it. I get it. I mean, watching the game, it's hard to see everything at once, but yeah. Yeah, his body did turn a little weird when he was trying to catch it. So it probably looked like it probably seemed a little behind because his body kind of turned, trying to catch it. I think he wanted to catch it and turn around because he loves to catch the ball, spin, and do those type of moves. It's probably what he wanted to do, but he didn't catch the ball first. You gotta do that. Okay. What was I gonna pull? I was gonna pull up something. I forgot. Oh, what was I gonna pull up? Oh yeah, my bad. Let me pull it up real quick. About JC. Let me see. Let me share my screen again for you guys. I know we're doing that a lot, but yeah. So, by the way, if you guys aren't following me on Twitter, at Panther Plug, if you guys are curious. But yeah, this was funny. JC said he asked the coaches to cover George Pickens on the last series, and you saw he was on him. He was on George Pickens, man. He was on George Pickens. I don't know what he said here actually, but um, yeah. Should have been on George Pickens the entire game. Shake my head. Yeah, we've been streaming for over an hour now. It's been fun. Got the Jets next week. Again, I might stream on Friday. Probably break some whatever. What is it? Break some Jets film down or whatnot. Kind of see what I think they're the best at and kind of how we can exploit that and limit it. Just like on Friday when I broke down some Javonte film, the Cowboys offensive line, and how they've been so good really at putting just a body on a body and being that good as, just simply being good when it comes to running the ball. And we limited that today and we won the ball game. And I said that was the biggest thing today. I think if we stop Javonte and limit him, we win this game. And we did that. Okay. And we didn't limit him. We completely stopped him, to be honest. Like limit him would have been like 50, 60 yards, but we stopped him and made him under 30 yards. So it's a good game. All right, Cobra Man, see you. Look out for the all 22 though. I think probably dropping in Wednesday, whatever. I might get out a little early this week. Kind of hard my schedule, so I kind of get it out a little late. Like I got it out on Wednesday last week. It might have been Thursday. But this week I'm gonna try to get it out by Tuesday for sure. Tomorrow, if they have the all 22 out, I might even get it out tomorrow. Just depends. Just get it out because I have a lot of things to break down. But of course, I gotta watch the film first before I do all that. What's up, T Green? Keep pounding, man. Of course, have a chance to get to 4-3 next week. Very excited about that. Very excited about that. Oh, God. Dave Canales did not commit to Chuba Hubbard being the starter of Rico Dowdle when he returns from the calf injury. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. Honestly, as long as they're getting the same touches, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Appreciate you, Justin. Bro, you growing with your content. Appreciate it. Just still trying to grow. I mean, it's still a long way to go. But I'm trying to do it with you guys. Obviously, there's different ways I want to start making different kind of content for y'all. It's a lot planned out right now, but I have a lot going on. So it's kind of hard to do everything I want right now, but it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. But yeah, appreciate you. It's interesting. Rico's like, they wasn't buckled up. They certainly wasn't. They certainly was not buckled up. I mean, it's crazy how like last thing before I hop on stream, it's crazy how we go from one thing to another every week. Like 2 weeks ago when we lost to the Patriots, it's like, oh, who we drafting, right? It's like who we drafting? And we going Ruben Bain, Caleb Downs, Lenore Sellers. 2 weeks later, are we a playoff team? We only have 4 needs on this team. Like it's like just the things we go through as Panther fans every week is insane. And it would be the biggest Panthers thing to lose to the Jets on Sunday next week. I mean, let's just be honest. Like it would be the biggest Panthers thing to lose next week. It won't surprise me. I just think the Jets are 0-6. I think they're probably thinking about tanking. I don't really think they care at this point. We'll see. I don't know. But yeah, it just wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, it's just being a Panthers fan, like every week is just different. It's crazy. Like 2 weeks ago, I was on here at the Patriots game talking about who we gonna be drafting. Dude, now we're definitely at the top 10 in draft. Might even be at the top 12 at this point. It's funny. It's funny being a Panthers fan, but yeah, this streaming was a fun stream. Hope you guys enjoyed. All y'all on here. Appreciate y'all. Let's get me to 1K as well. We're 19 away from 1,000. It's been a long journey, man. It's been a long journey. We've been learning. Just trying more content. It's been fun. I enjoy making content. So, and again, I would not be here without you guys personally. Just simple. I would not be here going live every Sunday, going live twice a week, making all 22 videos, and without you guys showing up for me. So, that's all I can really say. But it was a fun stream. Been on here for over an hour. Jersey, we get last of these chats. Hopefully, Coker plays next week. He should. I mean, he was full go all week. He was full go all week. I think the weather was part of the factor because he was full go. I think he will play next week. I think so because he was full go. I don't think any limitations will be on him. Personally, he might be, but we'll see. When Coker comes back, oh man, we up. What's our schedule looking like? I know I say I'm gonna get out of here and I never get out of here. It's just fun, man. It's fun. Streaming is fun. With y'all is fun, especially when I show up. So hold on, let me look at the schedule. So we got the Jets next. We got the Bills after. We got the Packers. We gotta win next week because I think we could go 0-2 after that. And we're 4-5. We got the Saints and the Falcons. Those are 2 winnable games. Let's say we're 6-5. After that, we got the Niners and the Rams. Is that 0-2? All right, 6-7. Saints. Oh yeah, okay. It's just a tough schedule. I think we could get a win out of the Bills, Packers, Niners, and Rams. And the Bucks twice. Like, this is a tough schedule. I mean, looking at it before the season started, it wasn't that hard for me because I see the 49ers are not supposed to be this good. What is it? Bills and Packers are always going to be tough games. Seahawks, I guess we didn't think they were going to be this good either. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it pans out. I mean, it's definitely a tough schedule. But if we can just get to 8 wins, I'll be happy. I'll be happy when we get to the offseason with some excitement heading into next season. But shoot. XL not driving passes this year. Bryce has missed him on passes a lot. XL, I don't know. Just mid. Just not a first round talent. This is my opinion. I just don't think he is. I mean, yes, Bryce did miss him a good bit. This year, like last game against the Dolphins had some plays where he underthrew him, for example. But I mean, at some point you gotta figure out how to just lock in as a first round receiver. But yeah, XL has been better with not driving passes. That is for sure. That's for sure. I enjoyed your stream. I'm gonna go out for dinner. Keep up the great work. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you for showing up. Go enjoy your food. Hey, go enjoy that Chiefs and Lions game tonight as well, because I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna enjoy it. Go to bed, wake up, and feel good. Have a great week. But yeah, so I'm gonna head out too. Again, watch out for the all 22 video here in the next 1-2 days, whatever. Might stream later this week. Gonna stream might stream during the Jets game. Depends. If not, we'll be on our normal routine. I come on here after the game. We'll do a post-game show. So on the road to 1K, slowly going, but we're almost there. So appreciate all you guys that showed up for me, and I'll see you guys next Friday for sure, for the stream at least. So keep pounding, man.